Alright, we're almost in. We've got a blank screen instead of a loading screen. That's definitely progression. That's definitely progressing nicely. There it is. We found the game. As it chugs along. Nope. There it is. I think it's settled down now. The reason it's so slow is I believe it's streaming everything off a spinning disk, and it's also fighting the malware thingy. Any subsequent load would be a lot quicker. It's just the first time every boot. Every time you restart Windows, you always have the antivirus scan everything first time. Hey, Veldek, how you doing? Ah, straight on it. Dig, 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 dig. It's intense. Just, I think I can. I know I can. It's really chugging. Hang on a minute. %50 CPU. That's a good place to be. Only where's it all going? Get rid of that. I had a YouTube window or tab open, and that seems to have upset everything. Joe, contour layers. Oh yeah, that's right. Contour layers on this is pretty useless. I forgot how useless it was. As I say, you have live stream from Parliament open another tab, but they break until 10 AM, which was 25 minutes ago. Oh dear. Hooray! I succeeded. Keeps fading in and out. Yeah, is it still doing it? It was, as I say, the browser was eating a ton of CPU. Oh, I know what it is. I had Task Manager active, and OBS won't capture the audio when Task Manager is active for some reason. As expected. I completely forget about that. I don't know why it happens. This game's really chugging today. It was fine yesterday, but today it's just having a bad time. Seems like I have a lot of passengers waiting too. How are we doing for lines? As always, got to do our line audits. I like doing line and train audits just to make sure things are working. What's line 1? Oh, that's a new one that we built at the end of last time. That's right. That's the local fuel. It's funny that this is making 9 million now. It's kicking all the goals. Spanners has turned around. This loco that we switched to has been a winner. What even is this? Well, there was the bot mini game, and then there was the hink, which is probably one of the most amazing sound effects that I ever dreamt up. Hey, Glacier, how you doing? Like that. Oh, speaking of, hey, hello, brothers, how you doing? He's still on the honk 4, of course. Yes, it is evening. Also, right as we were starting up, not that one, that one. I did a thing. There, we have a thing. We start at 8 PM Monday through Friday, and go to 10 PM ish. And then on Saturday we start at 1 PM my time, which is 6 PM PST or 3 AM Amsterdam time. It's amazing. I actually did a thing. One day you showed up and honk was a thing. I don't actually remember how honk came about originally. I legitimately don't remember. It was a push. I think it was a push for more sounds, and then I decided, you know what, I'll find the honk from Untitled Goose Game, and then just glue 8 of them together. And then after the honk, someone said, why not have honk? Someone, as in probably Slazer, said, why not have... No, it wouldn't have been Slazer. It was... Someone said to have a honk, which sounds like Zelly's meow. And so honk 3 was born. And then at some point I decided to alternate between left and right, and honk 2 was born. Yeah, hink, I think I made on stream, or at least right before stream started. It was like, I just came on and was like, I have a terrible idea. I have a terrible, terrible idea. And then I unleashed it upon the world. It's managed to surpass that one. And that one. I don't even know if you can hear that one. But it managed to surpass Travesty, which is impressive. Ooh, we got a crocodile. That's always something you want. There it is. Those passengers are really building up now. All of a sudden. Let's see. So we got a bunch of new vehicles. We got a electric doing 75. How do these compare? 800,000, 138, 167 for 100. Carries more, but more expensive again. 1 million. That is a lot more expensive to run. Probably wouldn't hurt for me to either add more trains. What is the... Whoops, not that button. Frequency 6 minutes. Transported. It's actually increasing. Fuel train. Carrying a full load? Nope, still not carrying a full load. They're hungry to distribute. 31 and a 43. We're doing good on fuel, which is good. How are we doing over here? Doing all you can. This thing leveled up again? Not quite. It's 200 out of 400. It's oil. Getting the stutters again. It actually reminds me, you see the 3060 dropped today, and it's basically non-existent. The card doesn't exist. It's a paper launch again. Okay, it's actually a fair chunk of fuel waiting now. Probably to the point where I should think about... no, never mind. It's a good thing cargo doesn't delete itself after a while. Oh, it does delete after a while, but it's not as bad as Transport Tycoon. If it sits there for more than like 10 days or something, it starts degrading. It starts moving by other means. I forget the exact formula behind it. It's a fairly simple formula that looks after it. Okay. Let's do a little bit of tweakage here. So, if I zoom out and make things chug again, I want a branch line that comes off here and maybe either comes that way, swings around there to catch those passenger spots, or swings out this way and goes that way. I'm inclined to go that way because then I can join it with that line. We need to bring this around and up and in. And I also need some bypass tracks. So what I'm thinking, this end track here could be for that purpose, for that branch line. That seems reasonable. And that could be the next lines. Where am I going to cram the bypass then? Oh, I know. I'll tell you what, wait for this train to get out of the way. I got an idea. It's your favourite stream? Fantastic. Glad you could be here. Hi. Now. Configurate. Alright, let's do some heavy duty deletage. At this point, it's probably easier to just demolish the entire station, admittedly. For those who didn't see, the Timberborn boards are up now. If you can hear anything, that's a miracle, because this is quite noisy at the minute. It's going to make some trains mad. Perfect. Oh yeah, we have the wires going. Let's see. Bypass there. So the first track will be for the branch line. What did I say? Exactly. This will be the first bypass platform. This will be the... I suppose it'll be an island platform for the up and the down, like that. This is the other bypass lane, right there. It's worth $24. I'd say so, yeah. This game is it still on? Is it still discounted at the minute? If it is, definitely worth grabbing. I mean, if you enjoyed the first one, I'd say you'd get your money's worth out of the second one. In all honesty, full disclosure, I've never played the first one. I kind of stayed away from the series until fairly recently. I wasn't too keen on it. Okay, this is the next one. Yeah, that's the other main line. Cool. It's on sale, just been interested for a while, never played the first one. Okay, yeah, I at the very least give it a go. It's if you are familiar with Transport Tycoon Deluxe or what does this actually relate to? Just thinking, yeah, Transport Tycoon Deluxe. It's more one of those. There's two styles of games. Of these styles of transport games. There's the Railroad Tycoon style of game, which is more of a business manager, and then there's a Transport Tycoon style of game, which is more the logistics micromanager. And this is more on that Transport Tycoon vein than the Railroad Tycoon. I had them yesterday. We had them rattling them off yesterday, and I've completely forgotten now. All the different games. Alright, whoops. This was going to be the freight platform until I made a complete mess of it. Complete ass hash of it. And we'll park another track over here just for good measure. Just because we can. Now, miscellaneous crap. Through subway. Boop. And boop. And, well, the cargo one doesn't need it. Yeah, I've got about 50 hours on this. I'm still not super duper pro player, but I've definitely got my money's worth out of it. If you're unsure, definitely buy it while it's on sale. Maybe even check Steam. It's probably worth checking Steam DB as well and see what the longest it's ever been has. And maybe if it's I'd probably because that's how I did it. I checked them, and then it was at lowest points, and then I got it that way. Mainly play RPG, city builders, and factory builders. You wouldn't know a thing or two about Factorio, would you? Speaking of Factorio, we'll be continuing the 36k mega base tomorrow. Finally. There's a lot of work to be done in that base. Oh, look at that. You see, the platform has changed style now. It's a different style to the original one, the older style one there. The over roof should be different too now. Yeah, see, it's different style of roof. It's a really cool detail. It's kind of funny because I don't do as much Factorio as I used to an extent. So there is, surprisingly, there's people that don't know me for Factorio. Yeah, as the time progresses, the detail changes. So this is like I think it's meant to be like a clay tile, and this is now, is that a metal roof? I think it's a metal roof. And then you eventually get the big arch roofs. I think they kind of cut the corner, slacked off a little bit with the freight terminal because this is more of an 80s style light. Is there actually an electric light under there? I didn't. Yeah, it was an electric light. You could just barely see it. It's an early electric light. Have I played Dyson Sphere? I have. I still haven't done yellow globules yet. Dash it since 1.0 came out, but got into DSP for a bit. Sadly, it's Call of Duty. That's one game that I haven't really been able to get onto. Same with Battlefield, modern Battlefield. I haven't been able to do modern Battlefield. There's actually an argument. Oh god, that's jaggy. The lack of anti-aliasing saddens me. Saddens the game. I don't think you actually get to see it, fortunately. What time period? It actually plays in whatever you want. So I started in 1850, but you can set it whenever you want, and we're actually at 1921 right now. But you can start right at the dawn of railway all the way through to modern times. I think, I don't know what time period ends at, like 2010, I think. But I think it does actually do future vehicles as well. Yeah, it does actually cover everything. It's not like Railway Empire, I think it is. I don't think it's Railway Empire. There's another one which is locked in like 1860-ish, that time period. I want to say Railway Empire, but I'm pretty sure it isn't. Okay, anyway. Of course, it's putting the catenary on. Not that I'm going to use it. Battlefield slowly ruining itself, but I don't usually play it a lot of COD. Yeah, Battlefield. It's in a weird place now. It's in a weird place. Ooh. Oh, you know what I should have done? The same for this one too, actually. Alright, back it all the way off to there. So it plugs into there, because that's the through lane. This is the other through lane. Into there. Yep, 120, perfect. It's funny, actually, it reminded me, there's also that COD of Duty game as well. Down there. Down there. So let's get rid of that. It doesn't look too weird. And there. Oop. Oops, didn't quite plug that in. That's unfortunate. Bam. Can't do the whole no attachment customization in Battlefield. BF3 and 4 were prime. Your one set back into W1 isn't your thing anymore. It's funny because I'm the opposite. I couldn't do 3 and onwards. Why does that look so weird? Just kind of kinks. There it goes. Just took a minute or two for it to figure itself out. I think what I need to do is a bit of that business there. Super duper long points. Yeah. There we go. Anyway, transport fever is always interesting because Factorio made you fall in love with trains. Nice. In fact, I'm surprised. If anything, Factorio should put you right onto what's it called? OpenTTD. Because OpenTTD's or Factorio trains are basically derived straight from it, from OpenTTD / Transport Tycoon. Right, you swing out there. Go in. Burp. And again. Burp. Try it a third time. There. Takebe.
Hi, insert witty commentary. Im lassi today naurahtava hymiö.
Hi, Lazy. Thank you for that 34-month resub. Really appreciate that. Show some love and hype and honk in chat for Lazy there. If only I could say it with a straight face. Thank you very much for that, Takebe. I appreciate that. How you been? Dear. Terrible. I'm actually terrible. Line. Let's see. 3? Happy with it. 2. There we go. Why? I'm concerned that it's doing it twice. This worries me. So Guildford. Lay. Yeah. I'm fine and I'm just jealous. Is it the wrong way round? Hang on. Why does it say 9? 2. So 1, 2, 3. 3's that one. 1's that one. Oh yeah, Spanners is having a bad time as well. Martel, how you doing? Hope I'm doing well. I'm doing pretty well. I was saying earlier when we started that my brain has melted because earlier today I was working on nested lists in Python and it hurts my brain. It hurts a lot. It burns the brain. It burns the brain a lot. I also realise now that I've done this that I actually want the freight. I want to swap these two over and I want the freight in the middle. So we're going to have to redo a little bit of this, which is a bit annoying. We're going to have to demolish a whole chunk of this again. Actually, click and hold. Sort of click and hold. Oh dear. There. And then we want, so the cargo needs to go there. Getting a bit convoluted? Yeah. What I'm trying to do, I'm trying to pass some... If you're curious, I'm trying to process some data from in a log file, and my solution is to packet into a nested list. Kind of like a CSV file? CSV? Not CSV. What's the other one? Not CSV. The CSV is the comma separated XML. That's it. Yeah, it's a thing that does stuff. Using DOM? Not really. It's sort of its own thing. It basically is decoding some serial packet data. Stream format thing. Currently, so I wrote the whole thing from scratch. It's just what it's doing is it's going character by character through the file, and then there's like each data packet that it's recorded. It has to break it up, and then what I do is because there's 3 little things, each one gets appended to its own little list. And what I wanted to do was have each one of those packets sits inside a list, and then that list sits inside another list for all the different devices. It's the kind of thing where I'd need to draw a picture, but it's a pain in the ass. It hurts my head. Like JSON more than that bloated and complex XML format. So this is actually a question that's come up. Can you use XML? So I've only ever seen JSONs used for grouping small sets of data. So you have, like a record which is like someone's name, someone's phone number, someone's this, someone's that. It's like something which holds, it's like one object and then it holds a whole lot of little individual elements or pieces of data to associate with that object. And the thing that confuses me is that I've never seen anyone use a JSON to hold tens of thousands of individual pieces of data for each major object. And so I don't know if it's really a thing, or if it's real. The fact that I can't see any examples of anyone doing it sort of suggests to me that it's probably a thing you shouldn't do. And that's sort of where I get confused. You need to go there. Certainly doable. Oh yeah, it definitely sounds doable. I just don't know if it's practical, I guess you could say. Now. Spanner. Oh, it's found. Okay, you found your home. This is good. Mostly. Because I didn't give you a return path, you're complaining still. Like that. Give you as much opportunity to do that as possible. Of course, I didn't make them one way. Why would you want a one-way signal? That's sacrilege. JSON XML merely contains for data, so it depends on how you want to access. My understanding is that JSONs and XMLs are basically the same thing. I mean, it's just XML is just HTML style tags, and then you're still just grouping data objects. I think I bashed the thingy. You go out. Oh. You go out. God damn it. Out, in. I don't want that. You. And then you. Yeah, that was how I saw it. It's just same thing, different syntax, or same end goal, different syntax. Let's move those out to there. And then we'll sort out those trains in a tickle. Trains whom aren't complaining so much. Alright, and we've got our little branch line segment going. There's classes for both, but I'm not tremendously well versed. Yeah, Python loves JSONs. There's so much stuff written about it. Although when I say written about it, there's a lot of surface level stuff written about it. It's probably an already pretty well integrated library to do it. Where are you at? Can you get to there? There you go. It's just a matter of letting them discover where the path is. There we go. It's a Darth Lady. Alright, let's follow you. The life of this train. Oh, so this actually, looking at this train, and it's laser too. What's wrong with the CSV? CSVs are fairly rigid in how it holds data. Where are you going? Because you just ignored a stop. Oh wait, you're in a spanner train. Real men use Excel as a database. Yeah, CSV is literally a table, and CSV you can't have dynamic. Like it's a rigid in space thing. You can't have variable numbers of elements. You can do evil things to pack an array inside it, but as I say, it's evil things. Hey, see, that's got a bypass now. It's fantastic. We need to do some tram upgrades too. Oh yeah, the thing I was going to say was that engines over time, as they age and their condition goes bad, they actually get really dirty over time. Which is a really nice touch. So if I go look for the worst offenders of trains, so you... See, this thing looks like utter poop. It's completely rusted out and nasty. Look at it. Yeah, the funny thing is with the CSV is it doesn't necessarily have to be commas. It can be pipe, colons. Yes, you can repair it. The smoke is thick. It is. Thick smoke. Probably at the point where I should think about completely replacing it. So yeah, they start out life as shiny and new, and then they eventually get quite dirty. Ow. There was also a time when I was tempted to ask FG for her honk as well, but rather leave it as her thing, rather than just embracing it. Ah, these things. Alright, before I can do that. Yes, yes, it's very poor, very good. I kinda stopped caring though. I wouldn't mind connecting this up too. Yeah, what? Let's grab this. wish there was snapping still. Yay. Something like that. Got your kids for the weekends? There'll be noise and playing a game, of course. KSV is really punctuation? Yes. And stop giggling and laughing. That sounds pretty normal. Just wait until they're 15 or so. Just wait until they're teenagers. They don't stop giggling for like 10 years. Okay, so that way, then that way, then that way, then back around. Okay. We has a plan. Human fall flat. That'll do it. Tell you what, let's relocate you. Right about there. Like another one there. 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 Let's hit that. Hopefully there isn't too much overlap. ASCII compare separated values. Yeah, the good ones, I would argue, let you choose. Right, line. Just bring it down to 1, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Beautiful. That's what we want in life. Look at them go. They're all scurrying. They're all scurrying to the next tram stop over here. Where are they going? I think they might actually be walking to the stop. Right, vehicles. Replace with this thing. 1 million. So yes, this thing looks clean and shiny and fantastic. In fact, find some trams. Something should be a little worse for wear. These are... Yeah, you can actually see this one's starting to get a bit dirty. There's a little bit of grime on it. It's actually still pretty good. Reading, writing, file super easy regardless of separator. Yeah, it's super simple. Super duper simple. I think those trams are doing the job. Alright, let's move on. The next one, pulling buggies. I've still got buggy-drawn trams, or horse-drawn trams, in the 1920s. Terrible. Alright, how much are actually waiting there? Quite a lot. That's the answer. Or a bigger road. Or also a bigger road. And naturally, there's no snapping, so it's going to drive me insane. Oh, now you snap. The snapping is really consistent. I wonder if there's like you hold down shift or something to do it. There might be a control that does that. I don't know if there is or not. A lot of would say kind of semi-undocumented, I guess. Controls. Will I do the same thing? Or will I maybe do that? Yeah, let's do it that way. That one. That. There. So it goes up, down, around, up, down, around, like that. I actually don't like that arrangement particularly well, but we'll work with it for now. Oh, you know what? Let's just go for gold. Fix it now. So let's just add some streets so we can get this right. Because the only way the only way to have a town grow is to tell them how to grow. This is how you tell this is how you grow a town, by telling them how to grow. Yeah. Cool. Hold shift to disable. That's kind of the opposite of what I want. See, I'd like it to be more enthusiastic with snapping. And then down there. Down. Up. Down and around. I might. Bit of a weird thing there. There. Yeah, what did I say? Blah, 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 there. Up to there, down, and then across, down, and then around. Yeah, that's it. So I don't need that segment. And I do need the depot itself to be powered. Kind of important. Kind of important. And that can stay there. We're paused. I'm just going to demolish all of them regardless, and then we'll see what happens when we rebuild them. Yep, so that's all of them. Just just going slowly, carefully. So you go there. You go there. You go there. Nope, you've yeeted that one, apparently. Increasingly irritating with the stupid thing that Twitch keeps doing. That's yeah, that sounds like something Twitch would do. I can definitely say that Twitch does a lot of irritating things that would drive you up the wall. Right in there. They're very good at it. Oh, there we go. We can actually place it. We'll place it there. Place you there. Place you about there. Up there. They one there. Cool. Alright, this line's gonna need a little bit of a rework. 1, 2, 3. Oops. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 12. Perfect. Like every stream. Pascal is repeatedly highlight the unfollow button. Jeez, it loves unfollow. Twitch has always been just had a massive hard on for unfollows. Dear. Why? Like why? Why would it do that? There we go. And we'll release 3 more. Alright, how do you feel about your situation now? At least it's one step below. At least it isn't just randomly unfollowing you from everyone. At least it's just telling you to unfollow. How do you look now? 5. Ah, they all walked. You actually see them take the subway, the underpass as well. It's really cool. See them people coming out from the train, coming out from the underpass, and then they'll go over to the tram stop, over to the complicated web of wires. For those who have never seen trams in real life, that is 100% accurate. Whenever you have a tram track junction, there is a massive spider web of wires. Alright, next one. Next victim. This one's pretty well comprehensive already, so all we need to do is just, I think just upgrade the wires. A fair argument for starting a little bit later, just so I get the trams. There we go. Damn it. Alright, let's sell you. Then let's turn you into you. Yeah. That wasn't entirely that wasn't the button I was intended to press at all. Not even close. I think it actually dumps everyone on the ground too. Thomas! Come on in there, fellow. How you doing? And in one foul swoop, we eat up all of the passengers, because those trams can actually eat up people like crazy. And kill Bill, how you doing? Hope you're being well. Alright, vehicle list. Ah, that's, no. 37 years. Oh dear. Where are we at? Over here. Jeez. Okay, they're just earlier electrics. There's an example of some very sad-looking trams. Those things have been... They've seen some action, they have. They've seen some things. No doubt it's some half-implemented beta feature, knowing Twitch. Just something that's sort of half-implemented and barely works, because everything they do is half-implemented and barely works. You manage vehicles, you don't duplicate this time, and replace. Mandatory training online, safety first, you skip the learning part and only the final test. Did you get 100 out of 100? 11 and 15? You got 100% correct. Is that one of those things where you got to get at least, you know, you're going through a bunch of things, and then it asks the test, and you got to get at least like all bar 2 right or something, or you got to get at least 90% or something. Yeah, 12 out of 15. 21-year-old trams. Yeah, these things are looking a little sad. A little worse for wear. Go through the learning material. Most of it is pretty obvious stuff, really. It's sort of self-evident. I did actually want that. Manage vehicles. Don't duplicate, please. There we go. And this tram can eat twice as much. Look at that, there's one tram load waiting. Oh, yeah, there's a few common sense, a few trick questions to catch out the people who basically do what you did. That's made that much more efficient. Via Laban. Trouble is the trains tend to move in packs. It's probably time I extended the stations too. How often do you need to have an employee provide health training select every 3 years? It's 6 years, but who cares? It's all just ticking boxes for various laws and things. Various mandatory laws. Let's see now. Hold it there. Tell you what, let's think about extending these. Back it right off. Out there. This thing. Now it's going to be mismatched platforms. 1, 2. There we go. So now you can quite clearly see my platform extension. Good monkey doing is commanded. I command thee to get fondled by Doctor. Yeah, probably never use the other thingy. Really hope. I'm still holding out hope that I did actually enable my modded signals. I don't have to use these horrible things for too much longer. Let's move that over to here somewhere. Let's have it just hanging out by the road somewhere like that. There we go. And loop. Let's do it like that. There. Yeah, why not bring double track in? Seems like what all the cool kids are doing. Add some more signals. And yeah, it's close enough. Trains aren't that bad. Figuring that kind of thing out. Oop, and you can go again. If I was smart, I would have done it with the longer trains just to begin with. If I was smart, of course. I need to extend this one at some point. I really don't... Ooh, hiccups. I don't really want to do it. It's being cheap. That is true. I was being cheap. I mean, even now I'm still pretty cheap. Still being pretty stingy. $27. Okay, it is going down. I think it just peaked because a train went through. How are we looking over here? Actually, how are our lines doing? Okay, they're losing money at the minute. Spanners is in the hole again. Spanners do what spanners do. Why is Spanners in the hole? It's kind of amazing that these trucks aren't losing money given how many are lined up waiting to go. Getting this gold drummed? Well, someone's getting this gold drummed. Oh, there's the spanner trains. Are you still losing money? No. Okay, it's just that one delivery a year. Now the fuel train's in the hole. Oh, now the fuel train will be out of the hole. Yep. Actually nearly filled up that too. Local fuel, yeah, 2.7 million. Anyone losing money? No. Good. Everything's generally making money. That's what I want to see. Hey! Yep. Someone got their skull drummed. Right, let's extend these. And we'll work towards getting... the longer trains going. But also help. Yeah, you get out of the way. You out of the way, and then we'll move all these. No, move all this area. I just yeeted the train. I mean... Veldak didn't win. I mean, that's what makes it so funny. Veldak never wins. Of course, you're going to delete that. Alright. That's trams. We want trains, not bus trains. Barely ever win. Yeah, the probability is despite having the best cheatiest odds around, it's still not great, apparently. Just as a matter of precaution. That's too close. Let's come out there. As a matter of caution. Doesn't look right too. There, should be there. There's a thing about curves and their combination. And you don't get sort of snaky things. It tends to be, even that's still a little bit off, it's still sort of curves. This thing would come in straight and then, like this set of points would be straight. Just a minor detail. See, now I'm really, I'm sort of trying to do more prototypical arrangements. Kind of a fun thing that you can do with this game. You can really work towards some pretty nice track work. There it is. Nope, that's not it. Is that it? There it is, finally. Thank you, autosave. Yeah, it's hilarious. You all have just like, you have the best odds, but somehow it just never works out that way. Right, now connecting the other side probably could be a good idea, as always. 120 all through. And there. Can you please plug into there? Sure. And you to there. And bibbity boppity boop. Something like that. That's what the kids say these days, isn't it? Bibbity boppity boop. A few signals in between. Like that. Plus game. There you go. You got it. Alright, everything's happy again. Alright, so starting from the end. You're max length, you're at the right length, you're at the right length. This one probably isn't. And this one also, and this one. Have you got your nuclear fuel trains yet? Stereo update looks weird. Not quite. We're working towards it though. We got our coal-powered trains so far. We've mostly got the coal-powered trains. But we'll switch it over to nuclear fuel soon. Haven't even got moved them over to solid fuel yet too. Don't even think I've got the capacity to do that, come to think of it. I really don't want to do it, but I got to. That actually... No, I was just trying to... I think I was just trying to convince myself that it was longer than it actually is. Oh dear. At least these aren't so bad to extend. In a way, I've kind of allowed the room to grow anyway. Spider bases look funny too. Yeah, the biters have been changed up a little bit. There's certainly still plenty of opportunity to play Undercarriage Inspector. And of course, trees are still definitely the true enemy. So I think in this case it's more about keeping the local towns happy rather than like the trees grass on me onto the local towns and what I'm up to rather than them directly being a proper enemy. God damn it. Bloody backwards signals. They're faulty. Where's your signals on drive side, damn it? Need to play Valentine, then you can kill... Of course. Oh mate, apparently Fallen Sun Gaming has a server as well. Go kill him too. Next one. Mini tree fallen. Really? You take, so you do actually take damage from falling trees. Dear. $46? Hang on a minute. That didn't look right at all. Oh, ain't having it. Can you go to there? Yes. Can actually see the speed of it. 106, it's fine. This is why I peel back the tracks as far as I do, just to stop it trying to do dumb things. Like it did there, where it just made this little squiggle to really slow down the trains. Real life falling trees can cause damage? That is true. That is very true. Trees are pretty unpleasant. I mean, just take gum trees for example. Oh, this is convenient. Got the room to do it right here. Gum trees are horrid things for falling on people's heads, falling on your heads. You're done, 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 and done. Excellent. You. All right. You are my volunteer. Train number 1. You gonna be a crocodile? No, because you were slightly slower and considerably more expensive. You're gonna get some new wagons, though. Actually, what is the point where it gets unhappy? Oh, it's already unhappy. What's the point where it goes poor? There. So we can upgrade it to 4 passengers. Let's have a look at you. Look at that, it's only half full now. The only thing that saved his life was the ground gave way underneath him. Drop a tree, yell timber, run away if you're unlucky. Chain knock down trees or something. Oh dear. I'd point out that it's only running at 47 FPS then. In fact, it's generally just running at 47 FPS. It's generally running quite poorly. Holly fast train. Oh, it is running at turbo speed, like this is normal speed. So this is what it actually is running at. It's getting quite dirty too, this train. Whee! Super speed. It's actually struggling pretty hard to get up to speed. Beep beep. Oop, that's paused. That's... yeah. We're doing 69. Nice. What do you do? 1.4 million. That's a good quantity to have. And how much are you going to get beaten down? It's better in super speed. It helps you suspend the disbelief of how quick it is. It's starting to go up now. amazing is that this is still on super speed. Poor train. It's taken one for the team. What do we got now? Ooh, A3. Let's put an A3 on it then. Excellent. It's just absorbing all of the people. What are you worth? 1 million. It's worth a little bit more money. I'll bet it'll lose. I bet this thing will lose money from now on. It's kind of funny too. You're mixing the British Flying Scotsman, the A3 Grizzly, with some German wagons. Pretty funny. There we go. It's almost heresy, in a way. That thing's definitely moving now. Yeah, definitely moving. Double-header train's not an option. It is. There are multiple units, and you can manually put an engine on either end, but it's very expensive to do it that way. In theory, it should be able to offset the cost just by giving more capacity. I should be able to offset the cost. I mean, look at that. Look at it sink though. It's just barely holding above. I'm not actually sure if that's the train's profit or the line's profit. Profit. That's another word to add to the list. Train profit. I've forgotten what yesterday's were now. What were yesterday's words? I should write these down, that way I remember them. Actually, another way I could check is by bringing up the trains. Yeah, it's not. I mean, at the bottom of this is 400,000. It's it's kind of a high bar. Oh, there we go. Now it's negative 1 million. Super familiar with steam locomotives IRL. That's pretty cool. It's not something you get to be something you really get to hang around with much these days. I mean, not something you get to like really get involved with. You know what's cool are the little miniature one, like the 5.5 inch gauge ones? Yeah, there's like 18:1 size ones. They're cute. That's pretty cool. Around here, there's they do occasional runs with a steam loco. They do it in a few places, on a few different other lines here. Small loan of $1 million. That's very needy. We're gonna need some thumbs as collateral, though. You know. Isn't that how mafia loans work? It's holding its own. It's funny, you get to a certain point with the points, and you just have an infinite pocket. So after about 30,000 or so, you're generally safe. Alright, that's enough of that. I think that it's safe to say is it's losing me money. Telling condition is poor. That day's electric were designed to work with either direction quite well. Yeah, there was kind of a... Oh, not all of them. Some of them don't like going both directions. Some of them definitely prefer going in one direction, but they certainly generally had that idea in mind. Excuse me, down. Oh wait, are you actually already long enough? Hey, there they are. Got my proper signals and the Japanese ones. Finally. Oh, never mind. Carry on. You're already fine. You would have died, you're smart and skipped the round. It's when you have enough to be able to afford losing one in every 5. Which is, yeah, about maybe 30,000. Ooh, what are these? We even get that now. $120. Alright, let's get this line hooked up and lashed in. Do that, please. Please and thank you. That's awful low. You know what? Let's put a bit of it. Let's give this thing a bit of the old inclined plane. Oh yeah, look at that. So it reduces it down to 90. I mean, by that stage, it's already slowed down quite a lot. Seems to find working through the direction, but I suspect not. There were actually some which were built with that in mind. They're kind of oddities, though. Go there. Yeah, there were kind of exceptions. Floop. You much higher? Yes, that's better. Before there was really low to the to the water. It's just a little bit. It just looked a little bit silly. And also, if I ever wanted to, if by, on the odd chance that I would actually want to run boats for whatever reason, I wouldn't have been able to. And Hugo there. Hey, it's a silk jar. How you doing? Hi. Bam. Not allowed, or what's the... Oh, that's right. This has got like a million different variations. They also are on the correct side. It's really weird to place them because the graphic is actually backwards. Graphic is mirrored. It's still trying to place it on the other side. This is modded, slightly modded. I added some some proper signals, or UK style signals. just to get them on the correct side. On the true side, not the false side. Autosave. But yeah, otherwise there's only 2 signal mods on and that's it. Yeah. Oh, damn it. Yeah, the downside to this is that happens a lot. Downside to this mod is misplaces happen a lot. It's not so bad. Yeah, I haven't gone totally insane with mods. I love how it's semaphores on the far side. Ooh. Alright, you line. Not that. It's not what I wanted at all. Add station to there. Back to there. Yep, and it's figured out which one to do. So what do we got to work with? Not a lot. Can I duplicate it? Get away with it? Sort of. I think it's automatically added. Yeah, it's added those wagons. You realize something after watching the train station setup? Yes. A thing? Oh, I never actually put trams on that too. That's remarkably shiny as well. And passer instead of 2. Transport. Oh, that's yeah. That could be problematic. Hey town, can you please extend that road? Okay, thanks. Yeah, you can even have that road there too. I'll allow it. I'm benevolent. I'm so benevolent. I shall permit the town to have that. Dear. I'll do it. Bam. 6 ago, I was going around Google Maps and noticed there was a lot of infrastructure work being done on the rail line San Diego. They're double tracking. Ooh. Double tracking. Get it round. Eh, straight enough. Oh, you actually need to be there. Yay. Say 4. 2. It's a pandemic. The commuter rail service not currently in operation. Taking the opportunity. Oh, that's pretty cool. The correct was when transporting passengers are using trams on the outer parts of the city and have the stations close to each other. I haven't really figured out the logic to doing the trams yet. I don't know what the spacing should be. I've sort of just done it relatively close. The catchment areas seem pretty big though. That's the thing that I'm kind of confused about with it. Instant growth because it's generating internal happiness and wantingness to grow. Buses inside. City is not something I'd recommend, but it is good for long distance commute between cities where it doesn't make sense to make a train line. I try and avoid buses in this a lot. I find where's an example? I don't know. This is how my logic works. Is you can have a bus that carries 11 or that's that one again. Or you can have a tram that carries 21. It's basically double. So there's no reason to have anything other than trams in a city. Yeah, that's the thing that's surprising is they're actually taking the time to upgrade it. I'm surprised they wouldn't just leave it as is. That's sort of how it goes with the US Rail. Let's rename you. You are T Pax Ton. Like that. Beep beep. What do we got? Ooh, an electric loco. This one. Passenger Cliff Arrow. I'm trying transporting passenger. Christ. You can actually make money out of those commutes. Seems to... Certainly not initially you don't make money. Kissinger? Yes, Henry Kissinger. Tell you what, let's give you a bit of a tweakage. What are you worth? 1.4... 1 million... So it's 1.4 million for the privilege. Are you making money? No. In fact, that train is responsible for this line not making money overall. Modernizing would be a good thing. It would definitely be a good thing. It's, as I say, it's just surprising they're actually putting the effort in. Normally it's associated with not bothering, just not putting the effort in. The thing that bothers me about the progression of trains in this is that this train, realistically, should be considerably cheaper to run than this one. But it isn't. It's 400,000 more expensive to run. That's something that I don't really get behind. Like, I might just leave it as it is. Thanks, actually you... Let's add more until it says poor. Oh, doesn't say poor. Now it says poor. Alright, modify. And modify. Make them super duper long. They can carry as much as they can. It's how the game prices things, is what it comes down to. The game prices the game prices everything in sort of a linear progression. So because it's a newer train, it costs more rather than it reflecting the fact that the electric train should be much more economical to run. Surprisingly, doesn't hold much. Hey, you are full. Would renounce paid subscriptions? They're going through with it, are they? There I go with these. I am almost stingy enough. Actually, let's see how... Wow, you're actually full. There's a fuel train. Let's do it. Begrudgingly do it. Let's... Yeah, let's do it. Yep. 101,000. 101 million, sorry. There we go. Now, see how much that sinks me in the hole. Yeah, we're blowing the big ones. Look at that. Look at that negative. We're throwing the big stonks around now. Right, how much in the hole is it now? 30 million in the positive. That's not going to last long. It's not going to last long at all. No. Bad thingy. All of the stonks. 100 million. Meep meep. Another tram. In the hole yet? Nope, still at 11 million. This, the passengers there will be losing money for a while. I don't think there is really much I can do with upgrading trams at the minute. Maybe this one could be updated. Because they just carry more. I don't mind running these at a loss. Because these work towards the greater scheme of things, making money. Although I would prefer it if they didn't. I would prefer it if everything made money. That would generally be preferred. As you do. Look at that capacity. There's actually a lot of people being moved. Getting a lot of stuff moved now. What are we generally doing here? There's a lot of destinations there. How do I organize them? I generally name them by what they do. It's fairly straightforward. It's like those two. Generally, I try and name them by what they're doing. So Yeah, this is the grain and bread trucks. The crude oil to Ilford. I try and generally for goods, I try and organize it by the type of goods it is, and then the location. So crude oil, fuel, logs, oil. Um, Passenger full name is the railway lines. Pax is the trams. Spanners. Yes, and I also use the directional thing as well. It's sort of been evolving as I go. Split them up by type of vehicle. I mean, you can filter by vehicle as well. So these are all the Jeep lines, tram lines, train lines, Bertie McBodington lines. I suppose I could do some airports. I've always found airports not make money. It's like one of the campaign missions which gets you doing the airports, and it just loses so much money. Just astonishing amounts of money. Wow, it's actually gaining more money. Okay. I guess I'm proven wrong. It does make money. Given that that's a cargo branch line there, I wonder if you could have this go underneath these train lines and have it branch and then merge. That'd be crazy, wouldn't it? Is that the Hollywood map? Yeah, last night it was making millions. No, this was Era 3, I think. It was you had to connect. It was like a little island off the coast of I want to say France, but I think it's a little bit further along like that away. But you had to connect three major cities to this place. Yeah, the Hollywood one isn't too bad because you got a nice spread. I think on that one the trains did all the work. This one you had to connect like Berlin, Zurich, and something else all to it, and all of the planes just lost money all the time. $266, eh? Ah, yeah, there we go. Oh, there's a train there. In theory, that should be enough to get this thing. Yeah, it's actually making money. Yeah, it's just, I guess linking up to the main line has got it making money now. Spanners is still having a bad time. Oh no, never mind. Spanners is good again. 53. Uh-oh, we're overloaded. Add 4 more. What was that? Oh, it's Paxleben. I believe that's one that's it's kind of making money. Can't have stations being overloaded though, can you now? There's a train. I like how this is shaping up. Absorb it all? Excellent. That's what I want to see. I want to see it absorbing it all. Now, the downside is seeing it not absorb a lot. trouble when you have multiple trains chasing each other. Whoops. I think ISP might be doing some sort of maintenance or upgrade on things. It's dying. Internet dying, is it? A good thing. Alright, what do we want to achieve next? 15. Ooh, that's actually upgraded. Does that mean it's train? It's still not moving as much as it can. It's still got spare capacity. Certainly pumping through the oil faster. These activities at 3 AM? Yeah. Why the daylight saving? That is true. We were talking about that the other day. Same with this one. It's ow. It's a it's a very sad-looking loco there. It's seen some action. Are you? You're them. Think, yeah, one of them. 3,617,000. Huh. The alternative would be something like that. Have we actually got better tankers yet? Or 80. Normal people, yeah. Normal people. Normal. Alright. Let's tentatively do a little experiment. See how much change one of these over and see what we can make of it. Bad game. Bad game. The whole electrification thing's kind of a pain. It's a lot easier if you start with the wires available. Entire crew got wiped out. Damn. I think these are actually the original super crappy wagons. Yeah, look at them. They're super crappy, alright. I mean, to be fair, we're in 1930. Back in the day, this kind of railway stock used to linger into like the 1950s. The old 19th century stuff, yeah, one of those. Alright, I'm gonna go 80, so I might as well give you a crocodile. And all the Swiss said, praise the crocodile. And floop. They have nice lifespan. From what I have read, or from what I mean, the steam locos generally didn't last that long, but it seems like the wagons lingered way beyond their useful lifespan. It's a strange thing to sight to see. Bring it down to here, there. Where's that there? You have the motor, as I understand it, the motor is in between the drive wheels there, and it drives an eccentric, which drives the coupling rods, which drive the wheels. That's how I understand how this thing works. Which is, I suppose that is the most Swiss thing ever, to make an exceedingly complicated drive system like that. Yeah, as I understand, the motor drives that eccentric there, which drives the coupling rods, which then drives the wheels. I mean, I guess it works, just like how a steam engine works effectively. The eccentric is the equivalent of the steam cylinders. Hypothesis called something like sentinel hypothesis about a small percent of people. Any other animals being awake at odd times outside the normal. I mean, there are ants that prefer to be out at night. There are a lot of insects that like to be out at night. Simpler and easier to maintain the gears. I'm just trying to think. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, I could also just look it up too. Yeah, individuals within. I'm sort of taking the piss. $48. $27. Yeah, what? Add one more. Okay, you 24. How bad is it? It's an old clunker. Betsy, the old rusty clunker. Oh dear. What train does this even do? What does this train even do? We're gonna take away everything. They can interstate time, and after a while, some people are still on 24 hours, some are on 30-hour days. I think this is a. Is it an oil train or a? Yeah, that is the oil train. What's the time? 10 more minutes. Let's upgrade these. All my complicated track work is working against me now. It means I have to do a lot of fiddly clicking to upgrade this stuff. Mother used to go get annoyed at me for never getting up for school, going to sleep on time. I think we can all relate to that one. The train. The train appears to have compacted in on itself a little bit. It's the quantum train. How bad are you? Only mediocre, amazingly. Are you? We're both mediocre. Very bad. There we go. Alright, let's give you a crocodile as well. Okay, replace. See if you make money. And those continue to make money. They continue kicking butt. Wood sandwiches, how are you doing? You're losing money. You're making money. You're making money. Why are you losing money? How dare you lose money? Thank you, water save. Should probably enlarge these curves a little. Sort of hurting the train's top speed. 1 million. Uh-oh. I haven't given you all power, have I? I haven't given you power on the return track. Or at least that's what I assume. It said lack of electricity poisoning, I thought. No power. It says no. Got lightning bolts, so which sort of suggests that's. Are you overhanging? Can a train choose a platform? No, you have to. When you specify a platform, it only ever goes to that platform. It's a born to it. Yeah, how you doing? Extra time is very much based on daylight. I somewhat like that, but not exclusively like that. It's complaining about lack of electricity. Is it actually lack of electricity poisoning though? Is it? Or is it actually no path? No path electric, no path electric. I'm not sure if the electric part is implied in the no path or it is actually lack of electric path. And one way to find out is to do this. Probably should have done the other one first. It always works out better to do this one first. Yeah, like that. There, and then... Ugh. This one's just been plain old difficult, isn't it? Oh, Jesus. Where is it? There. 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 Oh, dear. I mean, alternatively, I can do this one much earlier, like that. That'll do. I don't need to have them on top of each other. I can stagger them. Path. The micro train. Still no path. Hey, Supership, how you doing? How's your week been? Uh... 9, 5, 5. There's probably like this one little lip that the track that I built just then didn't have wires on it. And the answer to the question is yes, it was the train couldn't go down the track. It wasn't a no electric path, it was a no regular path. That was the answer. So yeah, redoing this track was the way to go. At some point I'm gonna have to replace all the signals, and I really don't wanna. I really don't wanna replace the signals. You doing good? It's excellent. I'm doing pretty alright. I get sleepy though. What made the game very angry then. Really having a good think. I have a feeling there's some funny rounding going on with the train lengths. Yeah, a bit of funny business going on. Double yellows. I feel like the double yellow might be a bit of a lie. So to jump in, say hi. Got a bed now? I have a good one. I think bed's oh, there's green light. I think bed might be a good idea. To go red. Oh, there it goes. Yep, amber, and double amber. At some point. Maybe eventually. There it goes. I think it might just be on a timer or something. The graphic for that. How are you doing? 2 million. Wrong one. That one. Just doing the job. Who's not pulling their weight? These are... Probably time I looked at these again too. It's been a while since we looked at the ships. How sad do they... The old SS Rustolium here doesn't have any paint left on it. Loop around's better. It depends on the situation. What's more remarkable is what's below the waterline is still good. Need more lead-based paint, apparently. Okay. I think there's a new Bodie McBoodington available by chance. Yes. What do you carry? All 130 versus 100. Think we can manage it. Paddle steamer again. Oh, crap. Did I? I did choose the right one, didn't I? Yeah, the Schwarfsen. 1913 to 1980. That's a healthy life. That's passenger. This is all. Okay, yeah, all, it's fine. I saw the passengers there and I freaked out there for a minute. Hey, Lucifer, how you doing? It's got its logs. Away it goes. It's even wooden decked. I mean, having said that, wooden decks were very much a thing until post WW2. How are these boats looking? They're also looking quite sad and rusty. Alright, they look like, just looking at them is giving me tetanus. So let's replace those as well. Some nice some sleek new boats. Very artistic looking stuff going on there. I'm still going with it, with the unfollow. Unbelievable. Cool. We made some good progress today. We're impressed by the water jet systems that follow for translation. Allow for translation. Getting cut up almost. Oh no. Joining and he's stopping? Yeah, it's almost stopping time. How long are the trains? I'm going for about 240 meters, generally. Yeah, see, the station lengths are set. I'm using the 240 meter long stations, so trains are generally about that long. Speaking of tetanus, could probably change up this train. I think it's actually starting to carry more. Oh no. 101.2 kilometer stations. I imagine that by the time I reach the year 2000 in this save, I would do that. I've definitely gone 300 plus in previous games. How are you doing today? And it's 40% by car. Guildford. I'm not satisfying those. They 27%. I'm actually doing quite poorly for local transit. Interesting. I haven't seen the end game trains, so I don't know for sure. But at least for vanilla, but modded definitely. You could do trains like that. Demand. Like this one, same thing. I mean, I'm hardly covering the town with stops on this one. Mercy's ICE4, ICE4. Yeah, that would be a pretty good one to have. A pretty speedy boy. I haven't actually seen those in game yet. I don't think I haven't really progressed to the point where I get them. Normally I give up around the 1980s or so. Yeah, modded. Oh, okay, because I know the game has the ICE1 high-speed pack train. Yeah, it's a German high-speed intercity train. ICE4, or ICE4 is the latest one. I can't remember if ICE2 was really a thing or just a prototype. ICE1 was the one which had that huge derailment because it used the dodgy wheels. Okay, it was just not built in large numbers. Was it the modified one? No, they retrofitted. It's a good train once they worked out the early bugs in it. Really good train. Same thing again. This thing's not really covering everything anymore. Interesting how it remaps everything. I'm a bit hazy on the memory with the IC trains. Probably have to look them up again at some point. Really want to redo that road there. Down. Like, you're killing me. Killing me. Seriously. Yeah, that's not hard to do. What did I just do? Did I do? I'm confused. Calm down, game, calm down. Oh, why? Ah. Ah. Kabla? Oh. Why are they losing? They're losing their stop. There. There. Are they drunk? I think the... it's sorted itself out, so... No? Yes, no? E to E, and which series, and finally done Hawaii 5-0. Ooh. Is that still going? To that avenue. Supposed to be dropping there. Yeah, that was super strange. One, two, three, 5. Oh, it's still fine. I don't know. Either way, season 10 was the end, and it's all gone now. I mean, it was okay. It had moments of being okay when I watched it, but it wasn't something that I particularly... I didn't particularly get into it. I think it was just kind of... I think part of that is down to it just being a bit of a tired genre. It's a bit overused. Alright, one last eyeball over this. 17 million there. I mean, it is... We got a bit of inflation going on, but it is definitely doing good stuff. Those are up as well, the boats. You making money? No. So you're most definitely a money sink. It's not making money, that thing. Might see to upgrading these soon too. But that is a future me problem. A now me problem is bed. It's bedtime. Hundreds of people are waiting there. Quite a few hundred. Fortunately, this train will absorb them all. I believe, yes, this train is absorbing them all. It's actually almost full. Anyway, as I was saying, it is now bedtime. So that is it for me for today.